Hello family and friends, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to make good old-fashioned fudge. My grandmother made this, my mom made this. I think it came off of maybe a Nestle package. I can't remember where it originated from, but we've been using this for years. And it starts off melting 3/4 cups of butter with a 5-ounce can of evaporated milk. Now, this is 3/4 cup, and this is Plugara, which is my favorite. It's just a good quality butter. And then we'll be adding 3 cups of sugar and 7 ounces of marshmallow cream. I have a bigger one because I used it in another recipe. And then we'll be adding vanilla. And you can add nuts if you want to. Traditionally, you can add walnuts, but I kind of like it without the nuts. I like just the richness of the chocolate itself for this fudge anyway. So let's just get started. I'm going to use a candy thermometer to bring it to temperature because we have to get it boiling to 234 degrees. I have a spatula, which is a Pampered Chef, but it's a heavy-duty spatula because we're going to have to stir in that heavy cream with the chocolate. So it takes some muscle to do this. But I'm going to start by melting my butter and adding the evaporated milk. And once that's all melted, then I will add the sugar. In the meantime, I did prepare my pan. Now, it's a foil pan, and I lined it with aluminum foil. Stay tuned to the end and you'll understand why. Another thing is you'll want to use a heavy saucepan. I use Corningware. I really like it because it retains the heat without burning anything. So this is a 3-quart Corningware pot that I use. Once the butter is melted and the milk has been added, and then you add the sugar, you want to stir constantly and bring it to a boil. With the sugar, if you're not constantly stirring it, you could burn it. And part of my using this bowl really helps to prevent that from happening. After it comes to a boil, I'll put the candy thermometer in and I'll monitor the temperature till it comes to 234 degrees. Then at that point, I'll add vanilla, the marshmallow cream, and the chocolate chips. And you want to be careful when you're cooking with hot sugars because they do burn severely. So just use caution. There it is, 234 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to turn the fire off and I'm going to stir in 18 ounces of chocolate. Now this is a bigger bag than 18 ounces that I'm using, so I'm not going to use the entire bag. Let it set for a second or two and let the heat kind of soften that chocolate. Before I get too far along, I do want to add the marshmallow cream so the heat can get that softened and melted in there too. This spatula is fantastic for jars, but not for heat. I use my Pampered Chef for that. They're pretty heat resistant. I've used them on some pretty hot stuff. So now comes the fun part. What a gooey mess, huh? But boy, it sure comes together good. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And of course, those of you that follow me know that I'm generous with my vanilla, so it's probably going to be more like 1.5 teaspoons. You don't want to see any white stripes or any super dark chocolate. It should all be uniform in color. So now I'm going to put it in my pan. Okay, now I just let it set and cool, and when I come back, I'll show you why the foil. I let the fudge set actually overnight, and now I'm going to show you why I used aluminum foil in a foil pan. Look how easy that lifted out. Trying to cut it in there and get it out would have been a mess. But now I can take it out and cut it on my cutting board and it will come out just perfect. I'll show you that. So I put down my cutting board. I lift it out of the foil pan. And it just pulls away from the side just that easy. Take me a knife and just cut it into little pieces. Look how smooth that chocolate is. It is thick, so I cut the pieces small. Typically I would do it in a bigger pan, but and there you have it. Nice homemade fudge. So, I hope you enjoyed the video and will join us next time. But until then, make it a gorgeous day every day. Bye.